before we had kids, we were babysitting one of our friends' kids years and years and years ago. And I remember we had been told, hey, our son likes this TV show, whatever it was. So at some point during the day, we put the TV show on for them. And the kid had been kind of hyper up to that point. But as soon as the TV came on and that show came on.
Was it Booba? And then they like bounce up.
Booba?
You never heard of Booba?
I've never heard of Booba.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think it was something. I think it was called like Bubble Guppies.
That sounds a lot like Booba.
Booba Guppies?
No, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Anyways, the child was just like entranced. And I remember in that moment saying, if God ever blesses me with children, they're not going to watch TV. And how quickly the mighty have fallen. It's just one of those, until you have kids, you don't understand. But with that said, we have been making a concerted effort to watch less TV. In fact, we are actually, Kelly is very adamant about this. She's like, I want to actually take the TV out of the living room for at least a few months because I think we've been watching too much TV. And I think it's affecting the way that the kids behave.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not going to argue with you that we should watch less TV. So if you want to do that, sure. But so the TV's still up there.
Yeah.
But we've just been watching less of it before we make the commitment. We've gotten to where it's pretty quiet up there right now. There's a chance they're watching TV while we're recording just to keep things quiet.
Okay, I got it.
There's a chance. But situations like this are one of the only times that we watch TV anymore. 3 days. And these kids are just playing just so nicely with each other.
Really?
I mean, it's crazy how quick your brain can deprogram. And at first, you can tell at first the detox is difficult, especially for a young child. But that's not their fault. You're the one putting it in front of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, so it just, in the same way that we're all programmed with our phones, it's very interesting to see the way that a child's attitude changes after just a few days of not watching TV.
Yeah. Well, because they probably seem more present and are more aware of what they're doing and what others are doing and how they interact. I've noticed that with when I am on my favorite trip is cruises, doing a cruise. Yeah. Because if you don't pay for their stupid little internet package that never works anyways because you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You can't look at your phone. And it's amazing how it does. It takes like 3 days. And on the third day, you kind of stop thinking about your phone so much because you can't get on the internet. You can't text anybody. So that's why I love those cruises so much. And I always think, wow, when I get home, how long is it going to be until I just randomly, it feels to me like randomly just fall into these habits again.
You start just grab for your phone.
Yeah, and it's amazing how fast it comes back. Like, and it's depressing. Really, it feels like we cannot control it.
It's hard. This is why it's always. I think it's always going to be a vice. It's always going to be a burden. Is because there are things that you need your phone for.
Yeah.
In the same way that as long as we've been able to communicate via phones, that just became it's like, hey.
The technology's there.
This is a more efficient way to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
So there are always going to be situations, a map or this or that. So there's always 1,000 reasons why it makes more sense. It saves you time to pull out your phone. But because it's always there, it's always so easy to use, it just becomes a part of the programming of like, well, I've already got my phone out. Let me take a look at this other thing I was just thinking about.
It's a very easy line to cross, like, and you don't even really realize that you are, and then it's like, wait, how did I open this up? Why have I been on this for 10 minutes? And you don't even know how, you don't even remember when you opened it.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me happy that they do have a shift. Your children do have a shift in a couple days.
And I mean, they get along better. They play better together. This is the ultimate irony of it, is a lot of times it's like, okay, we need to clean the kitchen, or we need to do dishes or laundry or something.
Yeah.
And we'll make it educational. We'll make it a nice, we'll watch Magic School Bus. What's wrong with that? They're learning.
Yeah, you're right. That's the same with like YouTube. It's like that they call it the tutorial porn, where you just keep watching like educational stuff and you're tricking yourself that you're doing something and you're not, and you don't ever do anything with your life because all you do is watch videos on how to do stuff.
But not having the TV, they actually are playing better on their own together.
Yeah.
Where we're not having to kind of babysit. Like we can go get like organize, clean, do the things we need to do without
that crutch or whatever of the TV.
Yeah, so it's encouraging. And it might just also be that they're sort of getting to an age where they can do that. But it's not a coincidence that at the same time we're trying to not watch as much TV.
That's funny.
Things are going better. So anyways.